ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first tutorial video on Linux commands for ethical hackers. And today we are going to be looking at navigating the Linux file system using the cd command and also listing files and directories using the ls command. So over here I have my Kali Linux running inside my VirtualBox. So for this tutorial video and subsequent tutorial videos, you are going to be making use of Kali Linux and VirtualBox. Also, if you want, you can also download the Parrot operating system security edition, because once in a while I will be switching from Parrot OS to Kali Linux and vice versa. So if you know you don't have Kali Linux or Parrot OS or VirtualBox downloaded or installed on your system, I will briefly show you how to do that. So all you have to do is to start up your favorite browser. Over here I have my Firefox running. Now let's download VirtualBox. You type in VirtualBox and press enter. You click on the first link, come to downloads. Now, if you know you are running a Windows operating system or a Mac OS, you can select any of these. So if you are on a Windows host, when you click on this link here, your browser will start to download the VirtualBox software for you. Now, when your browser has finished downloading the VirtualBox software, all you have to do is to open up your file explorer, click on the exe file, and this will start the installer. Now, all you have to do is to follow the installation instructions and you have VirtualBox installed on your system. Now let's go and download Kali Linux virtual machine from the Kali Linux website. So you click on the first link here. Now you come to downloads, you click on download. You click on virtual machines. Now over here you can see we have Kali Linux virtual machine for 64-bit operating system and also the one for 32-bit operating system. So for this, I believe you are running a 64-bit operating system. So you select any of these. Since we are using VirtualBox as our virtualization software, we are going to click on this link here. If you are using any other virtualization software like VMware, Hyper-V or Q emulator, you click on any of them. So because we are making use of VirtualBox, you click on this link, and when you click on this link here, your browser will start to download the Kali Linux virtual machine designed specifically for VirtualBox. Now let me quickly show you how to download Parrot operating system. You type in Parrot OS and you click on the first link here. Then you go down to download. Now you can see the various edition of Parrot operating system. We have the security edition, the home edition, cloud edition, protect edition, unbox, Raspberry Pi. So for this, we are going to download the security edition. All you have to do is to come down here, you click on download, then you select the one built for VirtualBox, and when you click on this, your browser will start to download the Parrot OS security edition for you. I already have mine downloaded. Let me quickly show you my download folder. You can see my Kali Linux here and my Parrot operating system security edition. Now when you are done downloading this, all you have to do is to start up your VirtualBox by typing VirtualBox either in your search bar or by going directly to where the VirtualBox software was installed. You click on the .exe file. Now when you are here, all you have to do is to click on file, then you click on import appliance and you follow the installation instruction, and you have Kali Linux virtual machine and Parrot operating system security edition installed on your VirtualBox. Now all you have to do is to click on Kali and start it so that you follow along with the tutorial. Okay, let me go back to my Kali Linux. Now, like I said, today we are going to be looking at navigating the Linux file system using the ls command and also listing files and directories using the ls command. Okay, so for that we are going to okay, let me briefly show you how the Linux file system looks like. I have this image open on my Firefox here from this website, wordpress.com. Now this is how the Linux file system looks like. The top of the Linux file system is the root directory. Now under this directory are sorry, under the root directory are all these directories over here. So think of the root directory as a door or entrance into the Linux file system. Inside it, you have all these directories here, and one of the directory that is allocated by default to every logged in user is the home directory. This is where you store your files. Then this etc here is where the Linux system stores its configuration files. Okay, so since you have gotten a glimpse of how the Linux file system looks like, let's go back into our early Linux. Okay, now I'm going to start up with the cd command, navigating the Linux file system using the cd command. So here I have two windows open here. Now this is the Linux file system open here. Now the page I showed you on the website a few seconds ago, this is how it looks like. You can see the home directory I talked about and the etc directory. Okay, now using the cd command, we have two ways of using the cd command. We have the absolute directory reference and the relative directory reference. Now, absolute directory reference always starts with the root directory, and it provides the full path to the file or directory. Or you can say absolute directory is the process of specifying the location of a file or directory from the root directory. Now, it represents the complete name of a directory or file from the root directory downwards. Okay, for example, let's practicalize that. Now, I am in my home directory by default. Like I said, this is the directory allocated by default to every logged in user. So I am presently in my home directory. Now, how do I know this? Linux uses this tilde character here to represent the home directory. I can also use the command PWD to know if I am in my home directory. You can see I am in my home directory. Okay, now since I am in my home directory, how do I navigate to this etc directory or any of this directory present here? Now remember, the etc directory is not inside my home directory. Now, how do I navigate out of my home directory into other directories that are outside, like the bin, boot, dev, etc, media, and the rest? Now, what you have to do is to use absolute directory reference. Now, the absolute directory reference, like I said, it specifies the location of the file or directories right from the root directory. Okay, let me open up my Firefox and explain to you what that means. For example, I am here in my home directory. Now, how do I navigate into this etc directory? For that, I start from the beginning. This is the root directory. I start from here. Now, the root directory is represented by a /. I start from here and I move to here. If I also want to move from my home directory into this dev directory here, I start from here and move into this dev directory. Okay, so for that, let me go back to my early Linux. Here now, I want to move into the etc directory, so I have to use absolute directory reference. I indicate the complete path etc. Now I am in my etc directory. Okay, so example, let me also show you another example. Let me go back again. Let me go back to my home directory. Now I want to navigate into a specific directory inside my etc directory. Let me say EPT. So let me use Bluetooth directory. I want to navigate into this Bluetooth directory. Now, since I am in my home directory, how do I move into this directory here? I have to use absolute directory reference etc/Bluetooth. Now I am inside this directory here. You can see it here. You can also confirm that by using the PWD command etc Bluetooth. So that is how to navigate using absolute directory reference. Now the second method is relative directory reference. In relative directory reference, you reference the file location or the directory relative to your current working directory. For example, let me go back to my home directory. I am now in my home directory here. Let me move into this documents directory. Let me move into script directory. Now, this script directory is a subdirectory present in this document directory. Now, there are two ways to use relative directory reference. We have the single dot and we have the double dot. Now, the single dot here represents the current directory. Now, what is the current directory here? The script directory. This I am currently present in the script directory. So the single dot represents the current directory, while the double dot here represents the parent directory. Now, what is the parent directory of this script directory? It is the documents directory. Now, what is the parent directory of this documents directory? Is the Kali directory. Now, what is the parent directory of this Kali directory? It is the home directory. Now, what is the parent directory of this home directory? It is the root directory. So that is how this double dot works. It represents the parent directory. Okay, so now if I type cd dot, you see I am presently in my current directory. I'm still present in my current directory. Now I want to move one level up the file system into this document directory. That's how it works. Presently I am in my script directory. All I have to do is to use, when I type cd dot dot, I navigate into the documents directory, and if I am in the document directory and I type cd dot dot, I navigate into the home directory. Now if I come back to the script directory and I want to navigate into the home directory without navigating into the documents directory first, I would use cd dot dot forward slash cd dot dot forward slash dot dot. Then I will navigate straight into the home directory. Let's see that in action. Let me clear the screen. Now I want to go into the document directory using relative directory reference. So I will have to do this cd dot dot. Now I am in the documents directory. Now you can confirm that using the PWD command. You see I am now in the documents directory. Now I want to also move up again into this Kali directory. I will use cd dot dot. Now I am in the Kali directory. Okay, so now if I were to be in the, let me go back to the script directory, and I want to move directly to this home directory here, we have to use this method dot dot. That means I have moved into the documents directory. Just imagine this in your mind. You have moved into the documents directory and you use a forward slash, another dot dot. Now I have moved into this Kali directory. Now when I press enter, you see I am now back in my home directory, which is this Kali directory here. So that is how it works. Okay, the second thing we are going to be looking at today is listing files and directories using the ls command. Listing files and directories using the ls command. For this, I'm going to expand my terminal window. Listing files and directories. Now for listing files and directories, Linux provides the ls command. Now why do you need to list files and directories? Whenever you are working on a particular directory, you need to know the files or directory or directories located or present in that particular directory you are working on. So for that, you use the ls command. Now when I type ls and press enter, you can see all these commands here. You can see all these all these files and directories here. Now this ls command, like I said, tells you the files or directories present in your current working directory. Okay, now the ls parameter has many options. So the ls command has many options or parameters you can use with it. Now if you want to discover more options or parameters to use with any Linux command, you use the man command. Then with the command you want to use, say man ls, you can see the options you can use with it. There are many options here. I won't go over them all, so your free time you can pick them. So you press Q to exit out of that screen. So now this is it. If you want to use make use of any command, you can this man here, and then the command, it will give you information about that particular command and the options you can use with that command. Okay, let's go back to our ls command. So now I want to use, let me say I want to know files or directories hidden in my current working directory. Now in Linux represents hidden files or directories starting their file name or directory name with a single dot. That means if Linux want to hide a file called my secret .test, is going to start it with a single dot. Okay, so now how do I discover hidden files or directories in my current working directory? When I type ls and press enter, you can see there's no hidden file displayed to me. Now if I should use this option -a, I'm going to see the hidden files in my current working directory. Now you can see the hidden files starting with a dot, like I said. is how Linux hide files or directories. You can also do that by using the key combination Control H. So when I press Control H, you can see all the hidden files has been displayed. Now I want to hide them back. Control H have been hidden. Okay, so that is how to display hidden file using the -A option. Now also I want to display directories or subdirectories inside each directory present in my current working directory. In that way, I have to use the -R option. When I press enter, you can see all the subdirectories present in each directory present in my working directory. So, and also the files that are inside these directories are also displayed to me. Okay, now if I want to know which files are executables or which files are directories in my current working directory, I have to use the -F option. So that is -F option. Now when let me close this window over here. Okay, so now when I use the -F option, what this -F option will display to me what files are directories or what files are executables by adding a / to the end of the file name or an asterisk to the end of the file name. Okay, let me show you what that means. Now over here you can see files that are directories are represented at the end with a /. You can see at the end here a / these are directories. Now let me look for executables. Now this is a .mp3 file. It's an executable. That means you can execute it, you can run it. So you can see the -F option added an asterisk at the end. You can execute this file. Also this Linux bash script here, you can also execute it. Okay, another option we are going to be looking at is the ls is the let me start with the long listing command, the -L option. Now this option displays to you information pertaining to each files or directories present in your current working directory. So when I press enter, you can see the file information for each directory or file present in my current working directory. So in subsequent videos, I will be talking about this information displayed here. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. Okay, so now another option we can use is the T option. Now the -T option arranges the files or directories in a chronological order. That is, it arranges the files or directories according to the date or time they were modified or added. So when I type ls-t and I press enter, you can see nothing was okay. You can see it displays to me the files or directories according to the date they were modified or added. So if you want to get the information or in a more clear way, you are going to use the combination L, which is a long listing option like this, with the T option. Now you can see that the files which are new are sorted first. That is, they are added in ascending order. Now the parent directory here, I added it yesterday, September 3, because today is September 4, which I am making this video. So I added this yesterday. So you see this option here, T, it's just imagine this T as representing time of modification or time the files were created. So that is how it works. Then you can see the ones I created 2 days ago, September 2. So it arranges your files or directories in a chronological order. So that's how this one works. Now, all the commands I have explained to you, you can also use them together like this. Let me say I want to use the long listing option with the F option, and with the R option I can do this. You see, you can use them in combination and you have your information displayed to you. Okay, now another operation you can perform with the ls command is a filtering operation. For example, let me go into my documents directory. I've already created some few files there to use for this filtering operation. Okay, now these are the files. For example, I might find myself in a directory where I want to work with specific files or directories present in that directory. I don't want a whole lot of information like displayed to me. For example, I want to work with files that start with letter D. Now all I have to do is to use a filtering operation with the S command. So now since I want to list files that start with the letter E, all I have to do is to use the asterisk. So I will do this asterisk, and when I press enter, you can see all the files that I want to work with that start with T are displayed to me. The remaining ones are not displayed. Okay, so for example, I can also perform an operation where I want to display a file within a particular position. Okay, for example, let me clear the screen. Let me use this example again. For example, I want to display files that have a particular character in this second position. Let me say within an alphabetic range. Let me say A to I or A to S. I'm going to use this command here. All I have to do is T M A to I. That is, I want to display files or directories that have in this position the character within the alphabetic range A to I. So when I press enter, you can see A all tail till, but this was not displayed. Why? Because S in this second position is not within the range of A to I. So if I want this displayed also, I will have to change this range here. Let me put T at the end. You can see TSLL has been displayed. So that is how it works. Now for the asterisk command, you can also use the question mark for the asterisk character, you can also use the question mark character to represent only one file. Like, okay, let me repeat what I said earlier. This asterisk command represent it means display a letter that starts with display files or directories that start with the letter T and have more than one character. So the asterisk stands for one or more character. Now if you want to display only one character, you can also use the question mark character. For example, I want to display this file here. You can also do it this way. It means I want you to list all the files that have this format, but the only difference is in this second position occupied by the question mark. So you can display file with TALL, TELL, TILL. As far as they differ in this particular position, I want them all listed to me. So that's the reason the TSLL or LT were displayed. You can also do that with the you can also use that with these files here. What I have to do is my Linux script, and see only these ones were displayed now. So the only difference now is in this character position here. This is where the question mark is here. So it means this represent this position with only one character. It could be A, B, C, D, or E, or F. So that is how this works. Okay, so thank you for staying with me up to this time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification so that you will get notified whenever I post new videos. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.